Yes, today we are looking at how does lightning work. How does lightning work? Here's this one. How does lightning work? Good. Before we see how this one works, we are supposed to understand that all this originates from what we call friction. In the sky, there are clouds. Let's have a cloud here. We call it cloud A. Then we get another cloud here. We call it cloud B. Now, what happens is, when these two clouds meet, because clouds are ever moving by the help of wind, when they meet, this is A meeting B, they rub each other. When they rub each other, there happens what we call friction. There is friction between these two clouds here, because this cloud is moving this side and this one is moving the other side. So by all means, this cloud is preventing the movement of this, and this one is preventing the movement of this cloud. This creates friction. Because clouds are insulators, clouds are insulators, clouds are insulators. When two insulators meet and rub each other, just like we see here, the fact is, each cloud will gain a charge, either positive or negative. So we assume one will be positive and one will be negative. And they continue, they move. This is at one spot in the atmosphere. Somewhere in the atmosphere, maybe here, maybe here, another thing is taking place. Friction is taking place here. And the same thing is happening. One charge is becoming negatively charged, other one is becoming positively charged. Like, let's assume this one becomes negatively charged, this one positively charged. So, if each cloud gets a charge, they move. Somewhere in the atmosphere still, they will meet. Let's assume that this one has gained negative charge. It is moving in the atmosphere, and it meets this one, which gained this one is positively charged. This one, let's assume it got positive charge. Then this one gets a negative charge. It's a negative charge. Now, clouds, as they move in the atmosphere, they are all charged, positively or negatively. But because of air keeps insulating these clouds. That's why we don't have lightning occurring every now and then. It's because of air. So we have it here that air naturally insulates clouds until the charge is high enough to resist this insulation of air. At a given time, the charge is high enough to resist the insulation of air between these two clouds. And because this one is positively charged, this one is negatively charged, when they meet, a spark here has happened. There is a spark. A spark happens, and this spark results into fire. This spark results into fire. And of course, where there is fire, there is light, and there is heat. Good. We expect air around this area. Let's assume this is air around this area. Air to be heated. Air to be heated. When this air is heated, it expands. It expands and contracts very fast. Very fast. Expands and contracts very fast. This results into what we call thunder. That sound we hear, it is nothing other than expansion and contraction of air at the area where the two charged clouds have met each other, producing a spark. It's because of this spark that we shall see light and heat will be released. It is this heat that causes expansion, and because it's always raining, so this rain makes air contract very fast, producing that sound. So sound that is just sound. Just sound. So this spark can set buildings on fire, can strike a tree, can strike animals. Where this meeting happens, whatever is down here can be damaged by this spark. That's why we say lightning can kill, can set buildings on fire, can destroy property, just like that. Why do we see light before we have had thunder? During lightning, we see light faster before we have had thunder. The reason is one, light travels faster than sound. Light travels faster than sound. The speed of light is higher than speed of sound. Sound travels at 320 meters per second, whereas light travels at 1 times 10 power 8 meters per second. This is by far faster than this. That's why we see light faster before we have had this sound. The sound we call thunder. Simple. A recap of this. Clouds in the atmosphere, as they are moving by the help of wind, meet each other. When they meet each other, they rub one another. And because of this friction, Each cloud gets a charge, either positive or negative. They continue moving. At a given point of time, a positively charged cloud meets a negatively charged cloud. And once they meet, a spark is produced. This spark causes light and heat. This heat makes air around where the meeting of two clouds has happened to be heated. And we believe that when air is heated, it expands very fast. And because it's always raining, this occurrence is common when it is raining. This is rain. So by the help of rain, the heated air cools down fast, and the cooling causes contraction. So there happens expansion and contraction almost at the same time. It happens spontaneously, causing sound. This sound, we call it thunder. So it is this spark that destroys property. Why do we say light before you have had thunder? Light travels faster than sound. Yes. Thank you very much. In case you have a question to ask, hit the button down. Ask maybe you. Next video we shall see how the danger of this spark can be prevented and such. Don't feel shy to ask from the comments below. Thank you.